All right, it does say use a table of values, and I want to point out if that does ask that question, you're most likely going to need a calculator to do that because the computations are too difficult without a calculator. But I want to point out, if I were to do this problem, I would not use a calculator to do it. And what I would do is I realize, let me just get my eraser out again, make a better limit symbol. So limit as, I think we used in class theta goes to 0, sine theta over theta, and that equals 1. So if I were looking at this one over here, this is the limit. It's almost the same problem, by the way, but there is a difference. This goes, x goes to 0, and sine 3x over x. And so what's the difference? The bottom should be the same. This bottom should be the same as the sine's argument. So I'm going to say this bottom should have been 3x. So I'll put that in, put in parentheses, multiply it by 3. It's really the same thing that's being stated over here. Can I do that limit now? Of course I can, because I know this guy's limit is 1, and what's 1 times 3? It's 3. But they did not ask me to do that. But I do know the limit is 3. Let me erase that. They said use a table of values. And I want to point out I'm using software to do it. And as I do it, I want to claim to you what we're trying to do. I'm trying to get close to 0 from the left of it and from the right of it. So if I'm to the left of it, I start picking values. And the first value I pick is minus 0.1. So I'm saying it's over here somewhere. The next value I pick, it gets closer. The next value I pick, it gets closer. The next value I pick, I get closer. And that's from the left side. All right? So then what I do, I also go from the right side. And what do? Well, I take values. What do? Whoops, I have to crack my key, by the way. And I will do that, by the way. This should not read minus 0.1. It's just 0.1. So this gets corrected. You're not going to see that, by the way. So I do the same thing. Now, someone says, did you really do the arithmetic? Well, I didn't do it. A machine did it. So at 0.1, let me tell you where that would be. That's over here somewhere. And then I got this number over here. That's even closer. And then I get closer, and then I even get closer. Now, certainly, I'm looking at these numbers, and someone says, where are these numbers going towards? Well, all these numbers are going towards the 0. They're all going there. They're getting closer and closer each time. But the big question is, where's the function going? And by the way, I realize these numbers, you might say there's too many there to even look at, but I hope you realize looking at those numbers, it sure does appear to be getting closer and closer to the number 3. Now, someone says, 3, I'm going to say 3 from the bottom of it, but it sure does each time it seems to get closer to 3. What are these numbers doing over here? They're also getting close to 3, and that's why we're saying 3. So we use a table of values to predict it, and these tables were pretty easy to generate using a machine. I could not do this by hand arithmetic, though. This would be kind of bizarre to do. Thank you.